And they used to, I was going to talk about lobotomies, but
Yeah.
can you believe that they did lobotomies?
Yeah, I can.
It's really unbelievable. Bring up some of the lobotomy information, please. A lobotomy is a type of brain surgery that involves severing the connection between the frontal lobe and the other parts of the brain.
Yeah.
And lobotomies became popular in the 1930s as a treatment for certain mental health conditions.
There are times when I feel so mentally unwell that I would be like, if it went on a really long time, me feeling that bad, I'd be like, please.
Please take it out.
Yeah, please cut the
cord?
connection that is making this happen. Like, you would want just an out. Like, it would be like a suicide without having to die.
Yeah. Oh, wow. But then you're still just milling around like, God, people are like,
But I wouldn't know.
Huh?
I wouldn't know, and it's
Still,
not.
You're just bothering people, though.
Oh,
you're
I would hate
taking up
it.
traffic.
No.
You're just walking up to people, asking. You're just like a eternal trick-or-treater. You're just bothering people.
Yeah, I guess I would never do a voluntary one, but if someone was like, she must be, I'd be like, oh, okay. You know, like, kind of like, it's not my fault that I'm going to be that.
Yeah.
They did this to me. But yeah, there's times where it's like, I can see why they would want to clip that cord.
In addition to people who meet current definitions for mental illness, practitioners also perform lobotomies on people with intellectual disabilities who were gay, who were in prison for crimes which some blamed on criminal insanity. Oh, a 2018 study also states that most lobotomized people were women.
Yeah, so it's just like bad PMS. And they're like, clipper.
Yeah, like, hey, look. What about who's the group that came over to decide? That must have been a crazy dinner, huh?
Oh.
Because the woman had to cook it and also sit there and defend herself.
Oh my God. I hope they let her clean up before they took her away. Because who's going to do that?
Oh my God. Often the reasons doctors gave for this was they needed to maintain order in the hospital. You're right. Other reasons included a lack of interest in childcare and strange behavior.
What does that mean? What do you mean a lack of interest in other reasons include a lack of interest? Oh, I guess they did it to women who probably had postpartum and were just like, I don't really want this baby.
Wow.
Which most women were just getting raped by their husbands back then and making to have a baby every fucking chance that they could. Why would you want that kid?
Well, we wouldn't have Mad Men, first of all, if some of that didn't happen. John Hamm wouldn't have a career if that didn't happen. So the fact that he doesn't...
I wouldn't be here if that didn't happen to my grandma.
Yeah, but the fact that he doesn't donate $1 million a year, okay, to Secretaries of America with Children is unfucking real. Yeah, if you got to be reincarnated based on a lot of what you've done, so you've been a women's lib activist, right?
Shut up.
Well, you have.
Whatever. A women's lib activist? I'm just a woman.
Or whatever it's called.
You mean being a woman and just wanting, like, speaking freely as one? I don't know that I'm. What comes to mind when you think of me like that?
No, I think you haven't been like a pink
pussy hat.
Like, yeah, like, char my vulva or whatever some of those women are doing for Africa or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think, you're like a proud female.
Yeah, definitely.
So
I like being a girl.
Someone who speaks up for women.
Yeah. I think so.
So maybe, it might have been the best term. I didn't mean it like you, I didn't mean it like a negative thing.
No, I'm not like a man hate. I hope people don't personify me as like a man hating
No, I don't think that at all.
Feminist. I actually
great point.
like men a lot, and I empathize. Even the things that I'm like, why do men not have to do this and we have to do this, and I'm like mad about the disparity. It's like, I'm not mad at men about it. It's just the gender roles. It's not like your fault. That like men's fault that this is the way it is, or there are many ways in which women are shitty or have it better than men do, and it's like we don't need to be villainized for it. It's just kind of the roles we fall into.
And then you just see you everywhere, and everybody's like, she killed it.
Really?
This bitch is it. She's the fucking honky Cardi B. People are saying all
I haven't
kind of
read
stuff.
that yet, but that's cool.
Yeah, just
no,
great
like
stuff,
it's
I feel
cool
like.
that it's like. What I found
She's
is
the new Betsy Ross. Somebody wrote somewhere.
Whoa! I don't even wait. Like Betsy, like 1800s Betsy Ross.
Yeah, the lady that made the freaking
The flag. Oh my God! Let's get up. Yeah, thank you. That feels really good.
Bitch too, dude.
1700s Betsy Ross. My bad.
My buddy said his great grandfather knew her, and she was a chatty bee, dude.
Oh yeah, look at her.
And she lived forever, and people were like, will this chatty bee just die? She made one cool...
She would have had a podcast.
Oh.
a hit podcast.
That's true, huh?
Call her Betty.
Yeah. Call her Betty.
She would have had it, man. But they she
her
probably
Betty.
said 5 sentences a day, and they're like, she was chatty. You know, like she probably was just like, can I get some water? And
You know, Rick's wife made that flag and she's been real chatty since then.
she looks so quiet.
Thankfully, my wife's missing. Yeah. It was different times back then, dude. But I
Dude, you
will
could just kill your wife.
well, hold on. No, you cannot. And
Yes.
do not say that. Do not get that out
No,
there.
like you not now.
'Cause
Please
somebody's gonna-
don't. You're gonna
somebody's
get caught.
Yeah. you'll
But
get
back
caught.
then, like you could do anything. It was so like I've been talking a lot about like on stage about the desire to have kids or not have kids and how I think that a lot of the feeling that when women tell me like you got to do it, you know, and I know they're just trying to get other women like when you're not having
Yeah.
a good time, you're like other people, will you do this too? There's a part of it and it's very rewarding in its own way. But I think a lot of it they actually do believe it's so rewarding, but I think at some point you have to convince yourself that it is because you have no other option. You have to like it. You can't let in that this is a regret because you can't take it back. You can let in that you regret marrying your husband because there's an out. Or, oh, I bought this house. Or even this tattoo I got. You can let in a little regret when you're like, oh, I can get it removed. Kid, you have to convince yourself you like it. And I think you do actually end up liking it because of that. But I think it's because there's no out. What do you think
Well,
about that?
Yeah, it's almost like going to prison in a way, kind of. But
Acceptance.
because you can't be the guy in prison. It's every
life
day. It's like,
sentence.
man, prison sucks, huh?
You're so right.
And
yes.
people are like, dude, shut the fuck up. I have to be in here for 21 and a half more years.
Yes, but if you
Yes,
have a
it
life
sucks.
sentence, like it would be your life. I think I could probably accept it if there was just no getting out.
I'd like a life sentence better than I would like you get out in 40 years.
Oh, when you think it's your choice and you could appeal and like yes.
Because
you're
none of
counting
your
down
chicks, either if you hit them up when you get out, bro, it's a wrap, dude. They're going to be like.
40 years. Oh yeah.
It's gonna
Well, hopefully
be-
you have a pen pal that you've been lubing up.
Yeah.
That you like, and then there's someone waiting for you but as soon as you're available, they don't want you. Like as a woman who's attracted to unavailable men, as soon as a guy would get out of prison, I'd be like, I just think we should be friends. Like I would, all that stuff I said I was going to do with you.
Yeah.
Can't. I'm just not into it anymore because now you're free. But there's a part of me that understands when women like are attracted to guys that have life sentences. They can never be with them.
Wow.
Fear of intimacy. That guy will never get to know me, never touch me, and I can just dream about it.
And I can tell everybody about it. It's a great story.
Yes.
I'm the
Yes.
hero.
Yeah. Yeah. Or I'm the psycho who likes this guy who murdered his wife and has convinced myself that he wouldn't do that to me if he had a chance.
Yeah, I'm the
Or
guy.
that I want that kind of. Or I want to be the one that's like, he wouldn't murder me. They murdered everyone else.